Hi, my name is Justin, aka Jinkin Rocket, and welcome to episode 1 of Jinkin Rocket Ponders the Greats. Today we're going to talk about Zelda Ocarina of Time, the best Zelda ever made. Some of you may dispute this, but in reality, it's, just kind of the truth. The truth is that whatever Zelda you played growing up, that's your favorite one, right? If you played the first one growing up, The Legend of Zelda, that's going to be your favorite. If you play Link to the Past, that's going to be your favorite, onwards and so on and so forth. The only exception to this seems to be Majora's Mask. A lot of people could have preferred that over Ocarina of Time, but Ocarina of Time is the best. And here's why. The leap from Link to the Past to Ocarina of Time was much larger than the leap from Ocarina of Time to Majora's Mask. Now, this in and of itself doesn't make Ocarina of Time a superior game, except when you look at the journey as a whole through Ocarina of Time as compared to Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask was an excellent game, don't get me wrong. It's one of my favorite Zeldas ever created. It's a brilliant game. But at the end of the day, it's not a proper Zelda game, and I think that's what a lot of people liked about it. Because honestly, Zelda probably needs more breaks than it gets as far as main games in this series. Majora's Mask was made with the same engine. It was the second Zelda game for the Nintendo 64, and it had a really sort of magical, dreamy atmosphere because it took place in a land outside of Hyrule. But yeah, Ocarina of Time, man. When I opened up that golden cartridge on Christmas Day, I cannot even communicate to you how I felt. It gives me chills to even think about it. And I didn't even know what I was getting at the time. I'd never played a Zelda game. Our Christmas process back in the day was we'd open up like a Sears catalog and go to the end where the toys and games were and just choose randomly. And based on a little tiny picture of this little green guy on a horse riding through a field with hearts, I decided that was what I wanted to get for Christmas. That was all I had. I didn't have any friends that were huge gamers and knew what to get. We didn't have the internet back then. This is in the 90s. So I just took a shot in the dark, but I was really good at sort of guessing what was going to be interesting. And I got it right. Boy, did I get it right this time. My mom stood in line and was sure to give me the special edition golden cartridge, not in great shape because unfortunately I lent it out to a few people I probably shouldn't have. But that's neither here nor there. But I got it, I put it in, and after that, I was hooked from the very beginning. The very beginning, when you set up your account, and then when you set up your save file, and then Navi is flying through Kokori Forest to wake Link up from his treehouse home, and you go out into the main Kokori Forest. I thought that was the entire game. I'd never seen anything like that. I played Mario 64. And so I thought that maybe there'd be some little additional areas like there was in Mario 64. There was a castle, and then from the castle you jump into the paintings to get to various areas. But no, the first time you speak to the owl and then you walk into Hyrule Field, let alone you get your horse. It was incredible. The game blew my mind time after time. And if that wasn't enough, the first time you pull the sword out of the pedestal in the Temple of Time. I don't want to have any spoilers, but obviously if you haven't played it by now, it's been, 20 years or something? Maybe it's time for you to pick up an emulator or go ahead and fork out the dough for an N64 and at least the regular gray cartridge, not the gold one. But yeah, he basically gets frozen and comes out 7 years later as an adult. And then, not only that, you can freely go backwards and forwards through time. That's incredible. There had never been anything like this in a game that was just so well executed. And you go backwards and forwards in time, and you do various things, and that would have various effects, and you take things you needed back in the past to take to the future, and so on and so forth. It was incredible. It was just a great game. An absolutely fantastic game. And still to this day, there hasn't been, I feel, anything that's had quite the same impact. Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword were very good. Breath of the Wild is supposed to be very good. I haven't played it yet, but it's difficult for me to believe that it would have exactly the same sort of impact that Ocarina of Time had. It was just a big leap in so many ways, and it was like an unthinkably big leap from Link to the Past to Ocarina of Time. So yeah, Ocarina of Time was a fantastic game. One of the best. In the past, when you first started off, you were Kid Link, right? You had to go to the to get the three, I think, magical stones, and basically take those to the temple in order to stop Ganondorf, who was this evil guy in the past trying to like pull some stuff. But it turns out that when doing all of that, you actually help Ganondorf. And that was just such a great twist. And because of that, you have to go to the future, which is now a dystopian sort of hell world, and assemble the sages in order to beat this guy. So it was just a fascinating and awesome story. Ocarina of Time, man. Consider it pondered. I may have to do a Let's Play of that. I don't know, we'll see. Let me know what you think in the comments of Ocarina of Time. What was your favorite Zelda game? Let me know that too. Be sure to follow and subscribe, obviously. And I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.